Hi! In this tutorial, we'll take a look at using code blocks with JavaScript and Karel programs. The first area of my screen, you could see where we will put all of our programming code blocks. Next, we also have our code block palette. And this is where you'll find all of the different blocks of code that you can use. Lastly, you can run your program over on the right-hand side of the screen by clicking the green Run button. To begin, let's take a look at the categories in our code block palette. First, we have commands that Karel can use. Under functions, these code blocks allow you to create blocks of code that can be reused. Comments allow you to drag over a code block that lets you put comments in your program that aren't executed. Under control flow, this is where you'll find your for loops, your while loops, and your if-else statement code blocks. And under conditions, you'll find a number of different conditions that Karel can use that would need to be true in order for an if-else or a loop to execute. Let's take a look at the commands first. We'll move over our move code block command. Then let's add a turn left command. Maybe a put ball command, and maybe we'll add a couple more move commands. Karel will execute these commands once we select Run, and we could see that happen in Karel's grid world. Select Reset to reset Karel's world at any time. You could also change the speed that Karel executes all of the commands in our program over here using this slider. So moving it to the left will slow it down, and if you move it to the right, it will make it go faster. Sometimes you may make a mistake in your code, and you could easily select any code blocks by drawing a square around them and then dragging those code blocks back into the palette. That'll delete any of those code blocks in your program. Now, let's try creating a simple program with a function. I'll drag over my function code block, and then let's rename our function. We want to make sure we use some type of meaningful name, but for this example, we'll just make it easy and say my function, just to keep it simple. And we'll add some commands in here for Karel to follow when the function is executed. So you could put in the same ones as before or try something different, but just trying to keep it simple. Once our commands are in place, let's select Run. And it doesn't appear that Karel's doing anything. Well, that's because we didn't call our function. You need to remember to add that call function code block, which you could see right here. And make sure that the name matches the name of your function so that it can call it correctly in your program. So I will type my function. Now let's run again, and the function gets called and Karel executes all of our commands. Let's try something a little different. Let's add a control flow block to our program. We'll select the if statement and we'll add that in there. And you can see that it moves all of the command blocks down below. So let's select all of those and put it within our if statement so you can see how it kind of loops around that. And let's give it a condition. So if I go to the conditions tab, if the front is clear. That means if it's clear in front of Karel, then Karel will execute those commands. So when we select Run, we see that if the front is clear, Karel clearly does the commands that we've put inside of our function. Now let's try something a little different with our code. I'm going to select all of the command code blocks and move them over. And that will comment them out, meaning they won't be executed when we run our program. Under the control flow category, I'm going to select the while code block. And that means that while such a condition is true, like front is clear, then it's going to execute my commands. Now remember, you have to select all the code blocks in order to move them as a group back into that while loop. Now let's select Run and see what happens. Karel is going to execute those commands until the front is no longer clear, or Karel runs into a wall. That might happen as well, but we can reset Karel's world at any time and make some adjustments to our program to make it work correctly. You can also switch from block to code mode by pressing on these tabs, and that allows you to see the JavaScript text-based code that you've created using those code blocks, and then switch back at any time. Now it's your turn to code with code blocks.